So, hello traders, very good morning and welcome to today's live market profile analysis by Tradeducation. We are at episode 162, and before I share today's analysis, I would just like to go through a quick disclaimer that trading involves substantial risk and is not suitable for all investors. Also, the information which I'm sharing is for educational purposes only and cannot be used for any trade related activity. Okay. So, with that, let's look at what happened in the auction yesterday and what can be the potential auction development paths for today from the intraday perspective. So let me share my screen, and first let me jump to the daily chart. Okay. So from the daily chart, one of the anomalies which I shared was this particular gap. So let me delete this. So this is the actual. So this is the actual area where the gap was there. So this much was the gap, and this is where the gap got filled and the auction just halted. Okay. So what we overall see here is, so this entire zone was the supply zone, and the auction was trading in this zone for almost 2 months. So from July to August. So this is the August month end, and I think this is the last week of August, and that's where the auction just cleared this particular anomaly. Okay, so this anomaly is clear now, and now if we look from the above chart, there is one more gap which is present here. So let me see if I'm able to draw that gap. Okay, so I'm not able to draw that gap, but we have got one more gap which is present here. What's happening? Just a second. Control Shift R, rectangle. Yeah. Okay. So this is the gap, which is there, and this particular gap is already filled. Okay. Now, if you look at this entire zone is where a lot of selling pressure was present. Okay, a lot of short-term sellers, and that's when the Corona, effect started. And this is around the February and the March time frame. Okay, February end, and this is the March time frame when the auction started. So this was in a band of 12,000 to 11,500 or 600. Okay, so this is a 500 points range wherein a lot of selling pressure came in, and then we had this big gap, and then the downfall started. Okay, so now what we need to observe is these sellers who are here. Okay, all these sellers, they will be again trying to come, and they will be trying to short in this range. Okay, so from a positional or a long short term perspective, you can actually sell 12,100 calls and 11,400 puts, and see what happens. So basically what I'm expecting is some sort of sideways movement, for next couple of weeks, maybe this week and next week. Okay, so that's what I'm observing, and that's what I'm seeing from the positional perspective. Okay, now moving on to the volume profile chart. So we had a break above the balance, so let me add the data points. Okay, and only this much of the gap is yet to be filled, which will be filled today, and this is the 1 2 3, and this is the fourth day. So the 4 day balance, and we had a look above the balance. So today we need to see that we should see continuation to the higher side, or we should see some sort of downfall move. Okay, so this reference will shift towards here, and this is going to shift till here. Okay, so if you see exactly, that's where the value area high is located. Okay, and looking from the bigger balance, so let me maximize this. So this is the bigger balance. Okay, and then we have this one more balance which is forming. So now what I'm observing is whether we fill this gap, and continue higher, or whether we reverse and continue lower. Okay, that's what I'll be looking for as per the trade plan. So I'm just looking at the volume profile chart. From the VSA chart, let me see if there are any HVNs. There are multiple HVNs forming at the lower edge, or at the lower side. So we need to see those buying which came in. They should be strong, and we should see further continuation to the upside. Okay, we should have a good follow through. Okay, so if we look at the market profile chart, so some of the references which I shared was this single print excess, which was on the 18th, 19th of August, and this was also the G2 high. So second reference is this. So yesterday I shared that this particular high will be cleared, and then what we had is this was a sort of a retest, and that's where the auction just went higher and tried to fill the gap. Okay, so now looking from the anomaly perspective, a lot of short-term traders were present in yesterday's auction. So if you see, this is one reference level, this is another reference level, this is the third reference level. Anyways, this has been cleared. So let me undo that. So there are two anomalies here. Yeah. So overall, two anomalies. Then we have got double distribution. So one distribution here followed by one more distribution here. So today we need to see where the auction is going to open. Based on that, you can take the trades. So let me clear all this stuff, and let's quickly mark the references. So the references are going to be the low, the reference is going to be the high, okay, and this single print zone, because the auction went higher. So this is where the auction just halted, if you see, and then it just tried to reverse. Okay, so let me bring in the pre-open market session, and let's look at where the auction develops or opens. So 46 points the auction is going to open. Today is 25th of August. Auction is closed. So 46 points. So now what I'm expecting is the auction to open and clear this particular anomaly, clear this high. This high is secured high. So clear this, and that's where I'm expecting some sort of sideways movement, and then try to go lower and tag the second anomaly. Okay, and then go lower. So I'm not expecting. So today what I'm expecting. So this is the first auction development path. Okay, so let me finish that. The second auction development path is there should be a follow through, based on the yesterday's auction development process. If there is no follow through, then the first auction path should be seen. Okay, so the auction will open in next 20 seconds, and let's see which area where the auction develops. Yeah, so just let me see. Yeah. Are there any comments? No comments. Okay, so the auction opened around the highs. It's now trying to tag this zone. Okay, so let's see whether the auction development path number one continues. So the auction opened with around the highs, near the highs, and then so the overall confidence is low. Auction is opened within yesterday's range. So for the moment, no, I'm not looking at any trade location. So the anomaly which I shared here, this was cleared. So this particular anomaly, this is the one. This has been cleared, and we have got a sort of a weak high, because this high and this high are pretty close by, just a few ticks away. And this was a one way up, and that's where the auction halted and then it reversed. So from price action perspective, I'm expecting sellers to step in and take the auction down. So let me remove the unsplit. Okay, let me minimize this and let's look at from this particular chart. Here is an HVN. There are highs. That's fine. Go to the order flow chart. So selling pressure is coming in. There is anomaly on the higher side, one anomaly on the lower edge. Okay, the numbers are not forming. So 3,000 contracts traded, no clarity in terms of the direction of the trade. Delta is negative and currently it's trading above VWAP. So good buying pressure coming in, absorption of supply going on. Okay, so VWAP level is still intact. There's still 1 minute to go. No clarity yet. From the trade perspective, that's the clarity what I meant. So sellers are coming in. So where the auction is opened is in the top of the balance, okay, and it opened around this single print zone, and that's where the auction is getting rejected. So the next step is we should see further continuation to the downside, tagging the POC. Okay, so that's what the expected outcome. We need to see now whether that comes in or not. And here maximum selling pressure is stepped in. So this entire zone is where maximum sellers are stepping in, and this is where the selling is there. This, if you see, there are stacked sellers, momentum sellers. No lack of buying seen, but the buyers are holding the fort. So what is happening is whoever went long yesterday, they would be the one booking their profits, and whoever went short, they would also be booking their losses. Okay, so 4,000 contracts traded, good volume. So 5 seconds to go, and let's see what happens. No clarity. If you see, the overall delta is very unclear. So the auction closed above VWAP, and now it's just tagging at the VWAP. If we look at the 2-minute chart, and here also it is now below VWAP. Delta is flat, no change. From the volume profile chart, it's not yet tagged the high of the value area high. So follow through should be there today. If there is lack of follow through, then sellers will be winning and they will be taking the auction down. And also there are a lot of references at the lower band or at the below 11,400. So stops are also built there. So currently it's pretty unclear. We have got weak high. So better stay away, wait for the trade to come to you. So there are stops which are built above around this zone. So we need to see whether that stop hunting happens. Once the stop hunting happens, and if the auction again comes within this yesterday's range, that can be a good opportunity to short. So this is a selling zone, or supply zone, and the auction tagged, and only this much auction, unfinished auction is there. I'm just checking if there are any comments. No comments. Okay, so it's just trading around the highs within the supply zone. So Delta is turning positive, but 2000 contracts, 1 minute to go. So wait for the trade to come to you. Currently, there are no trades. A lot of choppiness action is going on, and it would be seen. That's the expected outcome. We need a follow through. If there is no follow through, then not a good sign. Okay, so doji candle, indecisive candle. Now it's just trading around the VWAP. So no trade location yet. Okay, so it's just trading around VWAP. So you need to ask who is currently trading here. If you look at the volume, it's only the trading money or short-term players. Okay, so good wicks are forming, but overall we're just chopping around. So today we need to see whether we have a balancing day. So the auction, if you see the cumulative delta, turn positive again negative. So not a good sign. So no clarity. So better to avoid such trades. Yeah, Nitish, you're correct. Not good buying. And the highest tag. So basically one anomaly is cleared. We have got a weak high. So let's further expectation is to go for stop hunting. And yeah, so the stop hunting is done. So we need to see where further continuation is there or not. So currently the stop hunting is done. So let this candle close. Sorry guys, I'm just typing a couple of emails. I think let me go on mute. You will be getting a lot of disturbances. So stop hunting is done. About 506 contracts there on the high. So now I'm expecting sellers to step in. Okay. So for the moment, wait for the choppiness action to clear, and then only you can take the trades. Let me see. So the analysis is this, if this gap is filled, so let the gap be filled. If we are seeing some sort of exhaustion, so right now it is tagged to the value area high. The weaker high is cleared, and let the gap be filled, and then you can take the trades. So don't fight the trend, don't go long, don't go short. Wait for the auction or wait for the right timing and the trade location to come to you. The delta is positive, balance of power has become positive, yeah. And I think yeah, so it is tagged the stops which were built around the highs, and now it is further continuation to the higher side will should be seen. So let's see what happens today. Okay, so with that I would like to end today's session and would request you to please do like, subscribe and press the bell icon so that you get notified for the upcoming videos. And wait for the right moment, wait for the trade to come to you, then only you can take the trades. Okay, so with that, ending today's session, and let's catch up again tomorrow and see how the auction develops. Yeah, happy and safe trading, and bye for now. Bye.